Hello everyone, what is up? Before starting this tutorial, I want to tell you all that we have created complete Python tutorial series where you can find all the videos in sequence, so do check it out. The link to playlist is in the description. Now in this video, we are going to talk about sets in Python. First, let's discuss what sets really are. Sets are data structures that allows us to store multiple items in a single variable, similar to lists, tuples, and dictionaries. However, the key difference is that sets are unordered collection of unique elements. This means that the order of elements is not preserved, and even it will not always remain the same in a set. Additionally, sets do not allow duplications or duplicated items. Sets are particularly useful for membership testing, removing duplicates from a sequence, and performing mathematical operations like union, intersections, difference, and symmetric difference. So now let's discuss how to create a set. Creating a set is very simple. We first create a variable, like here I am creating my set. And then after assignment operator, we use curly brackets. So here the curly brackets shows that we are going to create a set. We also use curly brackets to store the data of dictionary. For dictionaries, we store data in the form of pairs, but in set, we do not store data in pairs. So within curly brackets, I am storing banana, orange, apple, and grapes. So simply this is how we can create a set. Now let's print our set using print my set. Now let's run this code. So here you can see the output. One thing to notice is that the order of the element is not the same as we stored in the variable. We can also create a set using the set function. So for this, here I am creating a new variable which is my set, and then I am using the set function. So for this we simply write set. Then within the set function I am creating a list. So the set function will convert the list into a set. Our final output will be a set. We can also convert any other data structure into a set using the set function. So now here I am storing the same data, which is banana, orange, apple, and grapes. I am just copying it and pasting it here. Now let's print the variable which is my set by typing print my set. Now let's run the code, and here you can see the output is the set. Sets also do not allow any type of duplications or duplicated items, which means we cannot include duplicated items in the set. Like here I am creating a new variable which is new set. Now in this I am storing the data like 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5 and 3. So here you can see that 4 and 3 are duplicated. Now let's print it using print new set. Now let's run this code. So here you can see the output does not contain any type of duplications. The duplicated values of 4 and 3 are removed. So there are also a lot of functions that we can use with set. One of the function is the add function. The add function is used to add elements to the set. Like here I am creating a new variable which is my set, and within it I am storing 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now to use the add function, I first call the variable which is my set. Now right after calling the variable, we can use the add function. So for this, we first use a full stop, and then when we press tab, we get a list of functions we can use with the variable. Here we want to use add, so either we select it or we write it. So we are writing add function. Then within the add function, we can write the value or element that we want to add. Like here I am writing 5. So the add function will add 5 to our variable which is my set. Now let's print my set using print my set. Now let's run this code, and here you can see the output contains 5 in my set. We can also use the remove function with a set. The remove function will remove an element from a set. Like here I am calling our variable which is my set. So now I am going to use the remove function here with the variable my set, and then within the remove function I am writing 5 here. So here the remove function will remove the number 5 from the set. Now let's print the variable using print my set. Now let's run the code, and here you can see that the set does not contain the number 5 and it is removed. But there is a problem with using the remove function. The problem is that if we want to remove a number that does not exist in the set, the remove function will raise a key error. Let's see it practically. Like here I am typing my set and then using the remove function, and then I am writing 6. So I want to remove 6 from the set, but the number 6 does not exist. Let's run the code. And here you can see the error, and the error is the key error. But there is also a solution to avoid an error. The solution is that we can use the discard function. The discard function also remove an item from a set. But the advantage of using the discard function is that it will not raise any type of error. It will simply output the set. So for discard, here I am calling the variable which is my set. And then I'm using the discard function. And then within the function, I'm writing 6 here. Now let's print my set using print my set. Now let's run the code, and here you can see the output contains the set without any error. So using the discard function is always a better choice. There is also another function that removes random elements from the set. The function is the pop function, which removes a random elements from the set. Let's see it practically. Here I am creating a new variable which is a removed element, and then I am calling our variable my set. With the variable my set, I am using the pop function. So the pop function will remove any random element from the set. Most probably it will remove the first element because here we are using Jupyter Notebook. And within Jupyter Notebook, if we store integers in a set, Jupyter Notebook always keeps the order same. But this is not applicable for all softwares. Now let's print. First I am printing the removed element. For this I am typing print and then writing removed element is, and then calling our variable removed element. Once again, I'm using the print function, and within it, I'm going to write my set, and then I'm calling my set variable. Now let's run the code, and here you can see the output. The remove element is 1, and my set does not contain 1. This is how the pop function works. Now let's see the membership checking. All the data structures in Python allows membership checking. The membership checking allows us to check whether any specific element exists in the set or not. If it exists, it will return true, otherwise false. So for this, we simply use the membership operator, which is in. Now let's see it practically. Here I am using the print function, and within it I am writing 3 in my set. So the in operator checks whether 3 exists in my set or not. If it exists, then it returns true. Otherwise, it returns false. Now let's write another print function, and within it, I am typing 8 in my set. Now let's run the code, and here you can see the output 3 exists in my set, so it returns true, and 8 does not exist in my set, so it returns false. Sets also support wide range of mathematical operations. Now let's talk about few mathematical operations that we can use with this set, such as union, intersection, difference, and symmetric difference. These operations can be performed using functions or operators. So let's start with the union. The union operator joins two sets and output a new set which contains all the elements of both sets. But the union operation also removes duplicates. So to use a union operation, we first create two sets. Here I am creating set 1, which contains elements like 1, 2, and 3. Now let's create another set which contains elements like 3, 4, and 5. Now to use a union operation, we first create another variable which is union set. After the assignment operator, I am calling set 1, and with set 1, I am calling the union function. Within the union function, I am calling set 2. So here the union function will combine set 2 with set 1, and it will form a union set which will contain all the elements from both sets. Now let's print union set using print union set. Let's run the code, and here you can see the output contains unique elements from both set 1 and set 2. Now let's see how to perform the union operation using the operator. For the union operation, we use the disjunction operator. Here I am creating a new union set variable, and after the assignment operator, I first call set 1. Then I am using the disjunction operator, and after the disjunction operator, I am calling set 2. So this operator also performed the same task that the union function was performing. Now let's print union set using print union set. Let's run the code, and here you can see the output which is the same as we get from the union function. Now let's discuss the intersection operation. The intersection operation is used to find the common elements from two sets. If two sets contain the element 3, then the intersection operation outputs 3 because this is the common element. So let's see it practically. Here I am creating a new variable which is intersection set. and right after the assignment operator, I am calling set1. With set1, I am using the intersection function, and within the function, I am calling set2. So here, the intersection function finds the common element and store it in a new variable intersection set. Now let's print the intersection set using print intersection set. Let's run the code, and here you can see the output is 3 because 3 is the common element in set 1 and set 2. We can also use the operator instead of intersection function. So for this, I am creating a new variable which is intersection set, and then I am calling set1. Here I am using an AND operator. So the AND operator can be used for intersection. Right after the intersection operator, I am calling set2. So here we have used the intersection operator which finds the common elements between set1 and set2. Now let's print it using print intersection set. Let's run the code, and here you can see the output is 3, which is the common element between set 1 and set 2. Now let's talk about difference operation. The difference of two sets is a set containing the elements that are in the first set but not in the second set. Let's say set 1 contains 1, 2 and 3, and set 2 contain 3, 4 and 5. If you find the difference of set 1 from set 2, then the output will be 1 and 2 because set 2 does not contain elements 1 and 2. Let's see it practically. Here I am creating a new variable which is difference set, and then after the assignment operator I am calling set1. With set1 I am calling the difference function, and within it I am calling set2. So difference function will find the difference of set1 from set2. Now let's print it using print difference set. Let's run the code, and here you can see the output is 1 and 2 because set 2 does not contain 1 and 2. We can also use an operator to find the difference instead of the function. The operator is simply a subtract sign. When we subtract two sets, the result will be the difference. Let's see it practically. Here I am creating a new variable which is difference set, and after the assignment operator I am calling set1 and using the subtract sign and then calling set2. So this will find the difference between set1 and set2. Now let's print it using print difference set. Let's run the code, and here you can see the output is the difference of set 1 from set 2. Now let's talk about symmetric difference operation. The symmetric difference of two sets create a new set which contain elements that are either in set 1 or in set 2, but not in both. This means that if we want to find the symmetric difference between set 1 and set 2, and set 1 contains 1, 2 and 3, and set 2 contains 3, 4 and 5. The new set of symmetric difference will contain elements like 1, 2, 4 and 5. So the new set contains the elements that are in set 1 but not in set 2, and the elements that are in set 2 but not in set 1. It also removes the same elements. Now let's see it practically. For this I am creating a new variable which is sim difference, and then I am calling set1 and then using the symmetric difference function. Within it I am calling set2. So this function will perform the symmetric difference between set1 and set2. Now let's print it using print sim difference. Let's run the code, and here you can see the output contains elements that are in set 1 but not in set 2, and also the elements that are in set 2 but not in set 1. There is also an operator that we can use for a symmetric difference. The operator that we use is the symmetric difference operator. Let's see it practically. Here I am creating a new variable which is sim difference, and after the assignment operator I am calling set1. Then I am using the symmetric difference operator. After the operator I am calling set2. So this operator is used for a symmetric difference. Now let's print it using print sim difference. Now let's run the code, and here you can see the output is symmetric difference of set 1 and set 2. So this was our last function for today's video. So that's it for today's video. If you have any question, feel free to ask in comment box. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to keep receiving our tutorials.